What is up, folks? Craig here, and welcome back. Now, it's not often that I record after I've done an ending, and the last ending left me confused and angry, and you know what? I like that. I like the fact that it left me confused and angry, so I went back and I did the whole thing again. It is done. You are not about to watch a second playthrough of Silent Hill. This is just some of the differences I noticed. We're going to go through again. It's going to be, you know, I'll fast forward and I'll pause and stuff, but I'm going to show you everything that I've found in playthrough 2. So I played on story mode, so I kept it nice and easy for myself, and I just went through, and any time the game had a cutscene, you could opt to try and skip that cutscene, but it would give you a warning that this cutscene was new now, which I really appreciated. Like, I really did appreciate that. So we're going to switch to the word. I'm just going to let it rock. So this is me. I'm going to go, I'll go over here, because there's no need to see my life bar and stuff, because I'm not playing. I'm actually not playing. It's not me. So it was different from the opening cutscene. You'll see some labels up in the top corner up there. They're more for me. They're just talking points for me. But here we go. So this is the whole game basically abridged. So it was different from the opening cutscene. But number 1. You hear me, Waffle?
Hey, did you know that when a girl
So this is
grows
different.
up, she has to get married? It's her job.
This was not what it said before.
It's not a job. Don't you want to get married, Hinako?
I don't know. Maybe not. It doesn't sound fun when Daddy talks about it.
No, it doesn't,
Kinda
does it?
like
Good.
homework, huh?
If he tells me I have to, then I don't wanna.
So this cutscene was a little different.
Thanks for waiting.
So you can see if we that she's already wearing her wedding
Something happened?
brooch. She's already got it on her
Just reminiscing.
uniform. It's already there. It's the fox brooch.
About, when we were kids,
There it is. So I think this conversation went mostly the same. I think.
Hinako.
It is very quiet. So she made the bell, which is something. There's the sound that you hear whenever Junko's nearby.
Here.
So if you ever don't know if Junko is responsible for something that's happening right now, listen for the bell.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Junko is still shrouded in mystery. So we've come to the conclusion there. So I've had a few comments and stuff like that, which is I'm really grateful for. Thank you. If you wouldn't mind interacting in the video, click for you will for me. But I said a few times I'm going to be angry if this is a coming of age drama that's been stretched over a horror frame. It's not that. It's not. It is what you think, but it's not. So when I before talked about Hinako being lured away by somebody who wasn't part of the family, and the confusing line that still sticks in my head is Kanta, her father. He said, "Even if you come back here alone, you're not welcome." So I'm not sure what that entirely meant, but this video was different as well. We'll cut that there. This video was different.
We will decide everything from here on out.
But dear, what about how Hinako feels?
We're never gonna get another chance like this. What could possibly make Hinako happier? Nothing.
You can see the wedding. Is it worth me pausing there? Do you need this breaking down for you? So you can see the wedding dress on Junko in the wedding photo is very much that of Shiramuku, which is she's wearing traditional wedding
Where do you
garb
think
for
you're
the
going?
time.
We're not done here, young lady.
So
Still, who would have guessed that Hinako would?
She's going to do as she's told for once and help me pay off this debt. We won't have to worry about money ever again.
So he's basically said what he's doing there.
Keep it down. Hinako will.
So Hinako has been. Excuse me one sec. Hinako has been arranged to get married. She is going to be wed, and there is going to be money involved, and that money is going to help Kanta pay off his debts. A debt that apparently he got tricked into with some sort of poor investment, or got tricked in a gambling thing. We don't know, but Hinako mentions it later on. You got tricked into this debt, and now I've got to get married to a nobody to pay it off. which will lead into something a little bit further. So I'm going to pause it right here. So this house, it's a bit dim, isn't it? Hold on. There you go. It's a bit crossfaded because I was literally playing the game. I've actually made a video out of me just playing the game. So the next thing that you have to do if you want a new ending is you had to pursue the sacred sword. So with that comes a new set of puzzles. And the first one that you bump into is this house. So this house, I think, I don't know if you watch my other videos, but I ran to this house during the final run to the Shimizu residence for the finale, or one of the big finish. And this house was always locked, but it's open now. So you can actually go in. She even comments it's wide open. See? So in here, you'll find your first ever clue to a Jizo statue. You'll also find a treasure hunt regarding the boy next door. These little boxes are hidden, scattered around the house, but here's what we're here for. It's the research journal photo 1. A photo attached to a research journal appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating the folklore of Abisagoka. So, God bless us everyone, burp 2 waffle. And you can read it's the legend of the legend of the sword. You'll have to pause it if you want to, because obviously I'm not in control of how fast I read. But it talks about Jizo statues being set up around the town. And if you can find the 5 elements in Jizo statue form, then you can give them an offering. So you have to solve a puzzle, be that a pictorial puzzle or a mental flash. I try to document as many as I can, but again, I'm not trying to capture footage to do a video like this. I just found this was the first time I did it. I was like, this is interesting. I'm going to record this, and I recorded it. And then I went back and I recorded the opening cutscene again. So you need to find the offering for the statue. Again, you don't know what you're doing. You're lured into this puzzle by looking around the new house. Find the balcony key. There's toys all around the room, which sort of lend themselves to a creepy thing in a minute. So I nosy around the kid's bedroom. This is obviously the neighbour. Like, this is the next house over to the Shimizu residence, which is considerably bigger than this one. So I just started nosing around. I'm not ready to get attacked, but I'm ready to get jump scared by something stupid. But this game thrives on atmosphere. So we make our way into the next bedroom over, the next room over, which appears to be another kid's room. No idea. Increased inventory capacity is huge. You need that, so it gets me up to 13. I think I do get them all. I wish I looked more at the photos and the stuff like that, but here's how you start the treasure hunt. So you basically read the kid's diary, and he talks about how he likes the girl next door. The girl next door is kind of cool. She's brave. I want to play with her. Like, I like her. And he says his parents can't do that. They said, what if you leave a scar on her face? Then nobody will marry her. What's all that about? He's a kid. He doesn't understand what you're saying. He doesn't know what you mean. And if you've got a scar on your face, you can still get married. Like, but this was then. This was different. She's definitely having trouble conforming to gender stereotypes. And you find a small key. This is basically like not so much a tutorial, but a breadcrumb trail to lead you into your first ever hunt. Eventually, you'll find a chest in the laundry room, and you'll pick up this. Oh my god, what's happening to my throat? I need a drink. Give me 2 seconds. But you find this statue, and the statue then take the statue to the picture is the clue. So if you look at the picture, a bit of a cross. I didn't mean to cut it quite so well, but it's literally just down the block. That house is just up the hill. Come down, you'll see a red post box. Offer it to the statue. You hear a dingle, a little bell chime, and that means you got it right. She'll confirm it in the book as well. You can't give them the wrong thing, so don't worry about it. They'll tell you what you want. So, I'm going to clear my throat. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to pause this. There we go. Alright, let's get back into it. So, you can't offer them the wrong thing, so don't worry about that. When you find the Jizo statues, they will give you their clue, or you will find a clue leading up to the Jizo statue. Again, slow start because I was getting started in what I was doing. Next one that was supposed to be different. This one's like it's a slight difference, but you can see it at the bottom now. It says, are you sure you want to skip a new cutscene? It's not really a new cutscene, but if you listen to Sakuko when she speaks to you, she says, I'll be down in a minute.
Just want to talk to someone. I'll be there in a bit, okay?
It's when you walk away, her voice sounds a little strange. Now, I don't know if that was very easy to hear because the video's not particularly loud. I can't make it any louder, I'm afraid. I can put some gain on it, but I get the feeling it's going to hit audio quality. Next up, you get your weapon way early. Like, way early. Like, I've just run away from the red flowers for the first time. Left my friends, and it's given me a pipe super early. Super duper early. Which means you can handle enemies a lot faster. So, in this playthrough, I played on story. So, enemies were not a problem. Next up, I could hear crackling in my pad for a radio. So, this is me trying to, like, echolocate the sound. But it's here. If you head under here, you'll hear UFO radio. You only need this UFO radio. I thought there was 2 UFO radios. One in the doctor's office where they do congratulations, which is a Neon Genesis reference. But it's just round here. Grab myself a Yokan. Another thing we're doing as well, by the way, for the second playthrough is I'm not using red pills. We do not take any red pills. The shoe gave me the pill case, and I discarded it. No. There's the UFO radio. That will come back to us in a few minutes. Because I don't chase the UFO ending this time. So the first thing that you get that's different, that you can do in-game, other than getting the weapon earlier, is now you've got the brooch, which is like the real world brand. You can open these boxes. Where you get yourself an Emma, and you will get yourself the Diary of Revenge. You can read through. I've read every single one of them, so you can pause and read if you like. I also found some stuff about Mayumi as well. So I don't know why I skipped the whole Diary of Revenge. Sorry, I thought I'd put it in. But again, I promise I'm not trying to make a guide. I'm not. I'm just trying to show you the things I pointed out. This video is interesting because she collapses. I don't remember seeing Shu running like this. As it fades, you see Shu running from out of frame and shout Hinako. I don't remember that, but it may have happened. But what I know didn't happen was when she wakes up, she hears some ominous voices, like echoing through the hall that wasn't there before. They immediately make this whole dark shrine area sound much more, you know, creepy, like more clandestine. It says, "Offer up both flesh and blood, so that our clan may prosper." It immediately, that sort of removes the ambiguous nature of Grey Fox. You're not sure if he's good or bad, whether you should listen to the advice that's strewn around. That one sort of sets him in a bad tone. Puzzle was even easier. I don't bother solving it. It's story mode puzzles. They are jokes. They are jokes. They are really easy. It is like, you know, put the square peg round hole. Jizo statue too. So this is en route to Rinko's house. So just before you get to Rinko's house, you'll find this little woodyard. Jizo statues are in the back. This one's different. When you look at this one, it gives her a headache and she'll see flashes. And she'll say, "Is that Sakuko's family shrine?" Which is a reason to double back and go the way that I went in the first game, into the creepy woods, in the first playthrough, and go and get his offering. His offering is literally right where you get her mailbox key. The next grave over, there is a flask of old water. I didn't video me getting it, but you get the flask and just run it back down the steps and put it on there. I thought this was a UFO radio, just because it does this. So this is the doctor's office, which is again right on the route to Rinko's house. Definitely worth exploring. I didn't know if this was another UFO radio because it does say collect all the UFO radios in the thingies. You only need the first one. Talking point 2. Oh, so we're back in Dark Shrine, where we first ever have to flip the Emmas and answer the puzzles. I'm not sure if this cutscene is massively different. I don't remember. So this is Dark Shrine 2. Oh, yeah. I know what we did do different. Again, we've got the brooch, so we can open some locked doors that were not available before. And you couldn't have gone back to them neither, which was insane. So this is more of my reaction to what I did. I'm not sure if I wanted to leave this in. I don't know.
What happened?
Oh, yeah, here we go. So as you run in, I'm going to skip forward. So as you run in now, you have your brooch. I think I'll whip the map open. Or I'll just stand. There you go. So his office is open now. This was a locked door before in playthrough 1. Because you got the brooch, you can open these doors now. Playthrough 2 is, like, the second playthrough of the game is probably one of the most, like, well thought out playthroughs that I found, that I've done. Also, you find the embroidered drawstring bag. That's ammo. That's inventory capacity up again. I don't know if that's the last one. I think it is. I think that's 14 and that's the end. I don't think you get any more ammo capacity. Which is awesome. But it's his office. It's got the fox mask that Hinako will be wearing in the future. And sooner than you think, actually. New Game Plus was really fleshed out. And I mean really fleshed out. I'm going to go out on a limb and say just because of the story beats that I got answered, I enjoyed playthrough 2 more than 1. Which is insane, really, when you think about it. This is huge. 1 second. This cutscene is huge. Because you... this is the scene where you drink the... you drink the shrine water. I think I could afford to skip in a little bit. I was a little bit... You know. This is where you drink the shrine water and it turns to lava in her mouth. She screams. And collapses. That's not what's different. What's different is... She... Look how chill he is. Geisha, I know who you are. I actually know who that is. Same old. And she passes out. As one would with a mouth full of lava. She gets this. Now this is a shrine where you went through the ritual for the arm. And she sees everything. She sees it all. If you remember the last playthrough or if you've done it yourself, she remembers it all super early. Like, this is way early. Even up to the mask, she remembers everything.
You're lying, aren't you, Shu?
So once you're back from the stair pushing incident with Rinko, you will...
really think you can fool Hinako?
You follow the kids through town. And this is Jizo statue. I got lazy. I really did. This is Jizo statue 3, not 2. You find another photojournal clue, and it tells you to look ahead. And then there's more backstory on the sacred sword, and this being a hidden village and the Inari faith. You have to go to a spot in the woods. It's just up here. It's literally just up the steps. There's a Jizo statue. Talk to him, and he'll give you a flash. Same as the last one. He wants... I thought it was like, what is this, sausages? It's not. It's wood. Because the Geta sandals are ancient wood. So, I think there's a cut here. Do I cut here to show you where it is? I'm actually pretty good with this one. Took me a second to figure out where it was. So you can see there's the Jizo statue on the way to the... It's on the way to the middle school. I don't know why I'm just staring, but you... From the Jizo statue, you run out, hook a right, hook a left, and then it's back up to where the typhoon had ruined the path. And you'll find the Geta sandals. Right there, take them back to the Jizo statue. It's a short run, but they're usually pretty close. I started to panic because I knew that I needed to have all the Jizo statues done before I got to the tree. So I was like, if I miss one, I'm kind of bound. There's the Geta sandals. So you take the Geta sandals back. Next one, in the school. This is the classroom right next to where they're hiding. It's from the outside. We go in. This is a bit of a longer clip, but we get the Rabbit Omamori and another Diary of Revenge. So you come to this classroom, which looks a little bit creepy because it's got them stupid anatomical figures in it again. But another Diary of Revenge. I think I'll leave this one in. Sometimes I don't read them on the page. I go back to the journal and read them in the journal. But it talks about Hotei-Sama, which is a monk who is 3 meters tall, which could be exaggerated. Pause if you want to read this. He's a 3 meter tall monk, but you get the rabbit armor Mori, which allows you to do an amazing attack that looks a lot like this. Hold on, hold for transition. Insane power attacks, which I'm going to be using. These are now part of my build. Whenever you perform a perfect dodge, you can pull the heavy attack from the dodge, close the distance, and hit them. It is the best, and I'm not joking, the best Omamori in the game, to me. The build that we have set up. It is insane how good it is. Letter from Sakuko to Hinako. She's trying to tell her not to play Fox Sacrifice, which is a game where you write your names on the board and you let Inari choose your fate at what happens to you. But what their fates and the names are really interesting. I can only apologise for clearing my throat an awful lot. I don't know what's wrong with me. Because it's early. It's early in the morning. Kitsune again. So, it said turn around, now do you see? It was freaky anyway. So, on the list we've got Hinako, Kimi, Kanta, Sachi, Sakuko, Rinko, Shu, and Kotoyuki. So, Hinako is obviously the star, Kimi is her mom, Kanta is her dad, Sachi? I can't even think who Sachi is. Probably just maybe a school friend. Is there a name I'm missing? Or is that her mom? Is her mom Sachi? I thought her mom was Kimi. Sakuko, Rinko, Shu, and Kotoyuki. Right? So that's the squad fam. So we play Fox game. I'm going to play Fox game in this classroom. Yes, they all moved. Awesome. Love that for us. They all moved and now they're looking at us. So we get into the circle and pick up this this origami. It just says thank you for your revelation. When you click it, when you come out of it, they're all gone, but the lights come on and there's just one left looking at you. But if we check the board now, you can see it's different. I could see that it was different because I saw red on the board. And it's got a list of their fates. It's got Hinako, disappeared, Kimi, cancer, Kanta, heart disease, Sachi, cancer, Sakuko, heart attack, Rinko, burnt to death, Shu, suffocation, and Kotoyuki, wishes will come true. Which is cool, huh? So Kotoyuki played Fox Sacrifice and got told that he will get all his wishes come true, but Shu does suffocate. He does suffocate. Rinko does burn to death in your nightmare realm. And Sakuko does get trapped in the dark, which it's not unlikely that it brought a heart attack given the fact that she panics in the dark. So they are weirdly, you know, it's mirroring. But Hinako disappearing is insane. It's very strange that it parallels like your nightmares quite well. Kotoyuki wishes will come true. Junko at the school steps in and she speaks a little more.
Playing with your friend?
She speaks differently again.
You need to start getting ready. It's time to say your goodbyes. You're going to kill them with your own hands.
So she's being a bit less cryptic. While still being cryptic, she's less cryptic. So that's another different cutscene I noticed.
What are you?
And she's gone, as she always is. Also, I found this radio broadcast. I don't know if you can see behind the globe as well. That's interesting. There's a music sheet. The music sheets all, I think all of them or most of them, if you look them up, they're the theme tune to Silent Hill 1, burp number 3 waffle. There's no need to know why I'm saying waffle. It's fine. That is obviously Sakuko, I think, or Rinko. I think it's Sakuko, maybe Rinko, but I think it's Sakuko. When she's in her form being a vengeful spirit, which in Japan is known as an onryo. This is when we wake up with Fox Mask. So this is the first time we've woken up since we passed out at the cleansing shrine. We haven't woken up here before. We woke up here before and we were completely normal. We were still Shimizu Hinako. We looked the same. We didn't have any of the ritual rites. We didn't have anything done. No brand, no arm, no mask, no brooch. But when we wake up on his lap in a few minutes or in a few seconds, we already have it on. We are already in the Fox Mask. We are already having the arm. We are already having the brand. The game's really aware that this is playthrough 2.
You need rest.
Which is insane, because if you think about it, that cuts out at least 3 major plot objectives, which is the getting the parts to yourself. And yet it didn't feel any shorter. It didn't feel I went to the Dark Shrine any less. I still went there. But you are equipped with the Fox Arm and Beast Mode and the Secret Door mask thing.
You were strong. You have persevered, Hinako.
You find it all early, super early, like hours early, which is weird.
Now, onward we go.
I was shocked. When she woke up like this, I was actually shocked. I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, wait, what's my objective in the Dark Shrine if not to become Inari, infused? Still have to go through the trials, still have to kill your friends and all that stuff. You still have to do all that. But you do it with Fox Arm, which makes it easier. It really does. Especially if you're going to go through it on Lost in the Fog difficulty, which is what I'm doing now. You can start way earlier. Enemies pose little to no threat. Yeah, it's weird to get it early because it cuts out a considerable portion of the Dark Shrine's objectives. But the main theme you want to keep in your head here is marriage. Not so much pregnancy, not so much infidelity and all that stuff. It's just marriage and growing up. That's all it comes down to. Which sort of is why I think this is... If Red Pill was the normal ending, playthrough 2 gets you essentially what you could call the bad ending. This is a pass-through area that's right next to Rinko's cage before she goes into the lava. I didn't open the map, I'm sorry. But you can squidge through this area. Sneaky, aren't they? You can squidge through this area and get down. It's literally where the main room is, where Rinko is. One of the offshoots, just check the offshoots, that doesn't have a coloured door in it. And you'll come to this. It's another office. This wasn't actually me capturing this footage, by the way. This was Nate. This was my eldest. He helped me a lot to do the play because he hadn't played through it before. He knew the story because he'd seen my vids and he'd heard me talk about it. But he was more than willing to sacrifice his time, and I am grateful. Thank you, Nathan. This is just some of the letters. Pause if you want to read them that are in his office on Hirogami. Hirogami being, like, obviously someone on high, a godlike being. We get an Emma, and we also grab the Swallow. This one, again, is another part of my build. My entire build is about dodging. Once this comes in, once this build comes in, it becomes something else. Next one. So this is a fair jump now. We're back out to the Dark Shrine. I'm sorry that it's such a big jump, but nothing different happened after that. We sank Rinko, and we woke up in the school, and our friends are gone. One objective when you're on the way up the mountain to get to Shu's house is you meet a locked gate, and you have to go to the Space Wars Clubhouse, which is a shack in the mountains that used to belong to what I think is Shu and Hinako. But when you get here this time, it's open, which is insane. I was very excited. You get attacked, but she dies. You don't touch her. She just died all on her own. Cue the LeBron jokes because we get the goat. We do find a letter that's a little creepy. It says, my sanctuary is still incomplete. I'm lonely, so lonely. Feels like I'm going to freeze. I need to gather more women, more. Even when I do, they all go away. Keep collecting more and more, but they all die. Mommy, why did you leave me alone? I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. Feels like I'm going to freeze. I need to gather more women. It's just inane rambling, but even when I do, they will all go away. Somebody is twisted about gathering women. But also you do get the goat Amamori. Which is take less damage when facing multiple enemies, scales with the amount of enemies. So if you do find yourself fighting a massive squad of them, could be the one for you. Couldn't go up the ladder. Thought the radio was going to come on. None of that worked out. But you find the gate key inside the hideout right now. Once you get to Shu's house, you go to the back shed where I did find an absolute head ton of what's it called? Red pills. They're everywhere. I thought I'd hit the mother load. I was happy to have them. I was pocketing them as fast as I could. But if you haven't taken any red pills, not only do you hand over the pill case and say, I can do this on my own, and get the trophy, achievement, or whatever. Winners don't do drugs. You put it down, you say thank you, and you get a letter.
Thanks for everything.
And you hand the pill case back over and say, no, thank you.
I'll do this without you. I'll be fine. On my own.
And so you leave that. We'll give you a letter as well. You'll see the letter now. Hold on. There you go. Hey there, partner. We've made it out of some pretty vicious battles together, huh? Even had to part ways our fair share with comrades on the battlefields. I never thought we'd have to part ways too. You get this, like I say, for not shooting a single red pill on the way to his estate. You also get a trophy the minute you arrive. That's the winners don't do drugs. But at least our battles won't be a goodbye through death on the battlefield. From now on, I can ask you anything from me, okay? Cause it's not like I have to ask you up anymore. You have to look after yourself now. But wherever we go, no matter what we do, we'll always be part of the Space Army. We'll always be partners. Got it? Thanks for everything, Hinako. Shu. So that's a goodbye letter from Shu that we found. We also found the key to Shu's house. Also, the Jizo statue is outside Shu's house, just down the hill. It's a fire one. We just need to give him the cracked hibachi brazier. It's literally right down the hill. Like, it's on the way in. The hardest one that I struggled to sort out. And that's it. You go into his house, get snatched out by the fox arm, which should be the first time that we do get the fox arm. We get snatched out. This cutscene's weird because he's not there.
I know.
She's talking to him and he's not there.
I'm not afraid.
Like, he's not there at all, look. There is a point where he disappears during the cutscene, but he's not there.
Okay.
See? He's nowhere to be seen. He's not holding her hand. He's not talking to her. He's disappeared at this point.
I may not see you here.
So, I can only promise that up to that point when she said that line, he was standing next to her. You heard her say, okay, in response to him. But he's gone. So the red pills obviously were causing this confusion in her head. I'll explain more. I don't want to spoil what's coming up. And she goes in alone. But she was with him. She was with him at the beginning. Next up, we go to get the Hotei-Sama. Now, this one, I'm sorry that I wasn't on the right floor to show this door. But you need to get this ending. You need to get the sword, which is why we're doing the Jizo statues. You need to get the Agoro no Hotei-Sama, which is in a hidden garden in the Dark Shrine. So, the map that I've done here, I'm terrible at this stuff because, again, I was just playing the game. So I had to find footage of when I showed the door. So the main hall, the main entrance to the chamber where you can, where you got your brand, your arm and your mask and everything was all in here. You can see that that's the main floor where you can test out your skills. That main corridor, this one door, it's guarded by one of the potbelly ball guys. This was a really interesting place to go, by the way. Like, there's 2 little guides that I did here that I thought was really cool. So he's guarding the door. So we fought him. whiz it up. We're practicing a new build as well. And again, this was Nate scrapping with the dude. So he's fiending for counters. Once you go through the door, you just hook a turn in here and you'll open this one. This will lead you to a set of stairs. Which is, it's a simple path, really. Up the stairs and then up the stairs again. So I know there's a jump cut there, but it's the same set of stairs. I did show you. You'll recognise the room. It's the room where I think I got an Emma last time. I think I did. I don't remember. But it's this room. Cleared the room out. Grabbed some bits and bobs. Not that we didn't have an abundance of stuff. Most of it was getting cashed in to try and upgrade our skills for the final time. But you'll find this secret door at the back. You can pop the door open with your focus. And that leads you to a fox door, which will open. Also, thank you very much. Follow this path and you'll come to a really, really amazing looking environment. For some reason I'm feeling the need to stand still. Oh, I was checking that I'd recorded, but I was still recording. You come here, which is an insane looking garden with an insane looking office at the top, and lends some credence to a few theories that I'll share at the end. So this is the Shrine of the Crimson Water. Notice how the water's not crimson. There's bells darted around hanging from the trees. You can ring them all. They've all got a logo on them. Ring them in a specific order and you'll see something happen. We'll do that after we've got Hotei-Sama. So you come round here. There's a letter on the bridge. Obviously have to ring the bell because I'm childish. Right, so it says here, he who seeks the crimson water banishes evil. When the Shishi-Adoshi strikes once, let the bell chime. So that's important. And the poem's going to tell you how to do it. But before we solve that puzzle, let's go get Hotei-Sama, which is the first thing we need. It's a small bottle. I got to know Hotei-Sama, or Hotei-Sama sitting cross-legged. It's the spirit of the 3-meter tall monk that we saw in the Diary of Revenge. It's a folk tale of a monk that was 3 meters tall, masks. He was big and like intimidating. And what he did was he said he pulled people away from, I think it was he pulled people away from the religion at the time. I think he pulled people away from Inari and pulled them to the sacred tree, or the other way around. My brain's farted and clouded out at this point. But he pulled people, he set a brand new religion. I think he pulled people away from Inari. Did he pull people away from Inari? Or did he pull people away from the tree? Either way, he changed the face of religion. These are all messages from the clan. I do know which one he did, because there's a letter that tells me which. I'm just brain farting at the moment. So you can hear the Shishi-Adoshi clacking. So Shishi-Adoshi is a water feature with a bamboo stick that fills up and then donk and hits. It's meant to scare deers away from crops, but it's actually very nice. There is Hotei-Sama sitting cross-legged. A medicine bottle with Hotei-Sama, the monk engraved on it, contains a red liquid. So let's go back to the water dragon puzzle. It says, he who seeks the crimson water, when the Shishi-Adoshi strikes once, let the bell chime. Thrice shall the bells ring to speak the legend of the land. Trapped under a great stone, sorry, this is important. Trapped under a great stone in the lake's abyss lies a slumbering water dragon, born to the age of gods and sealed away by our ancestors. Deprived of the water dragon's spirit, the once lush great tree was met with a withering fate. So, it says, trapped under a great stone lies a slumbering water dragon and the once lush great tree. So you got to ring the bells in order, but you can't just ring, ring, ring. You have to ring a bell every time the Shishi-Adoshi clacks. So I'll do that. Or rather, Nate will do that. Again, Nate's catching footage for me. So it took a second. We looked around and saw the symbols on them. Fire is not mentioned, so we don't use fire. So we head back up to the top because this one was a great stone, or more specifically a mountain. So, ring the mountain. So wait for the clack. So you can see the Shishi-Adoshi in the water at the bottom. There it goes. One ring. Then run down. Head for the water one, which is just over the bridge next to the stone. It's going to clack again. There it goes. Once it rings, hit that. And then head to the third one, which is dead in the middle. Wait for the clack. There it is. Ring the bell. Water all turns crimson. The water level also drops. We looked around, you couldn't pick anything up thanks to the drop water level, but this is an important thing, because in the first playthrough I found a cleansing bath in the oldest shrine. There's some writing about who he is and what it is as well, and what the red liquid is. But the red liquid is important not only to Silent Hill F, but to Silent Hill. Everybody say it with me now. Aglaphidus. Nobody's going to say that with me, are you? Aglaphidus is a thing. So, back out to the Dark Shrine and back to Shu's house. Another conversation with Junko that is very different. So once you've solved that Dark Shrine area, you just leave. So in the gaps where I'm not doing anything, I'm just playing the game like normal.
Mom?
Please come home. Dinner's ready for you.
Quick phone call from Barbara Jagger.
Hinako, are you ready?
So a different conversation with Junko.
Will you kill, or will you be killed?
Junko?
Choose death, Hinako.
Why? Does everyone do this? Is everyone a killer? Did you kill too?
Of course. I killed everyone.
Important line.
Father, mother, even you, my precious little sister. I killed my friends as well. Every one of them.
I don't want to die.
You know how dreadful it sounds to hear you say that today. Don't you?
Of course.
I've already told you countless times. This will be the last time I repeat myself. You must decide your future. Today, however, such a decision will come at a great price.
So, it's worth remembering that Junko got married and Hinako's mum got married.
If you accept your demise, you won't have to pay the price. Your sister only wants for you to be happy.
Right, so what Junko is saying to this Hinako. Now you need to separate the two Hinakos. Dark Shrine Hinako, who is all foxed up, and real world Hinako. She's basically saying that you have to leave your old life behind. They're not the same Hinako. They are not the same. They are two separate Hinakos, left and right. Right? And I'm saying this with authority like it makes sense. It doesn't, and so don't feel weird if it doesn't. Also, Jizo Statue 5 is in this village next to... on the way to the Shimizu residence, there's a small village where you have to make your way back into town. You have a letter for a clinical trial for Kakura Makakura. Kakura Makakura is... Now, I made the mistake of thinking that the main hallucinogen that was being used was Doboroku, cloudy rice wine. It's not. It probably is what's being used by Grey Fox when he's giving it to her in the Dark Shrine. But Kakura Makakura is an important thing. Kakura Makakura is made from two roots that, when combined, one of them's peony, the other one is something else. Let's have a Jizo flash and we'll talk in a minute. A knife in a tree. This is for metal. Once that knife is literally just, it's like one house over, up the hill. Just pull it down, put it in the Jizo statue. Once you've done them, you come back to the sacred tree. A notable difference, or rather a very easy difference to notice, is all of the Jizo statues in the foot of the tree, you can see them, have red shawls over them now. And you find the legend of the sacred sword, finally, unpurified. It's an unpurified sacred sword there. The Jizos all have their bibs on. If you've missed the Jizo statue, one will have it missing. You're like, once you've done them all, they'll all get their bibs. They're like max, they're shawls, they're coverings, they'll get them all. Once they're all red, Hinako bows to the shrine and says thank you for the sword. The sword is important. It is a weapon that will heal itself. This is unpurified. This is the unpurified sword. The sword cannot break, you cannot lose it, and it takes its own inventory slot up. It's got a malevolent energy deep within its steel. Even if the blade chips, the mysterious power that resides will restore it. As long as it's sheathed, it will heal. I don't know if it's a lifesteal type thing, but as long as it's sheathed, it will heal. So next thing we have to do is purify the sword. Now, we did the ritual of the Crimson Waters in the Dark Shrine, which creates this, or rather, makes this cleansing bath in the north of the mountains to be red now. If you don't do that and you don't get Hotei-Sama, it will not be red. So now we're going to take the cursed sword, which is cursed anyway, and we're going to drop it in the cleansing bath.
Thank you so much for helping me.
She's not talking to the sword, she's talking to the dark spirit inside the sword. This changes the properties of the sword. Not only does it make it more dangerous to wield, more foo-foo. She's much better with the sword when it's not possessed by the dark spirit.
I can take a stand on my own.
It is cleansed, but now it can damage. It will not heal itself anymore. You can't break it, but it won't heal itself. Now it is a fully cleansed and purified sword. We take the sword and we head to the Shimizu residence. We've got the sword in our back pocket. I don't use it that much. Like, I use it quite sparingly. We've got another Diary of Revenge, I think. Is it Revenge? But we get an Emma. Oh, it is Diary of Revenge. More to the Diary of Revenge. Yeah, so now we've got we haven't took the red capsules. We have Hotei-Sama, and I have a purified sword. You don't necessarily need to use the sword. You don't have to do anything with the sword. You just have to have the purified sword and take it to the end. So now I'm just pushing for the finish, whilst looking for more goodies to level up. This place was primarily the same. Nothing huge happened in the residence at all, I don't think. Did I record something different? Maybe. I don't know. No, right up to the end of the residence.
No need to
the
see
flashback.
See you tomorrow, partner.
Right, partner.
I like you the way you are now.
It's true, he
You
does.
wouldn't be you if you went with what others wanted.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Hinako, what was that loud noise?
I have no idea. Maybe you're hearing things?
Well, what did you think of the outfit? It's cute, right?
It's like I told you before. Cute clothes aren't really my style. So please stop bringing me those kinds of outfits. It's embarrassing.
Is that so? I guess I'll give it to someone else then.
Yeah, do that.
So she's very angsty. So if you're out there and you're a teenager and you think you're angsty and different, you know, they're all angsty. Everyone's angsty. Right.
It's not Shu's fault. This is what I wanted.
So we go forward in time to see another interaction in her room where we pick up her diary and get the wax thing. Again, I'll explain what I can a bit further in because it's awkward. It is very awkward to explain these things. It is very strange. Big days tomorrow. I can't back out. Hinako's diary. She's talking about Hinako's wedding. Back in the room for the last time where we get our pine tree emblem and we get our flashback.
Shu's on the phone.
Tell him I'm not home.
So she's stashing a bunch of stuff.
I already told him you're here.
Then tell him I'm heading out shopping or something.
She heads over to the cabinet
I'll tell him.
and she shoots a red pill. We all know what that does. Because that red pill is Kakaro Makakura, which is a hallucinogen that causes you to pass out and have what is said to be lucid dreams. Also, the desk drawer's locked. So I'll look around just to see if there's anything and get ready for the cutscene where she talks to her inner self, which is exactly what she just did. She just took the red pill and she's going to talk to her inner self. That's us.
You can see me, right?
Yes, we can.
Huh. Now you can even hear my voice.
The whole game is a big walking bootstrap paradox.
Don't just stand there. Come in. something I want to talk to you about.
So she does speak a little differently. In fact, she says everything different.
Who are you? Please. Just die.
So,
If I ask you to, would you please just die? You...
right. The white Hinako, left Hinako, right Hinako. I'll find a space to speak. I know it sounds like I'm holding out, and I am. I really want to just blurt what I know.
Be reborn.
But I
Someone else.
I can't. Not yet.
You want to be someone other than me? Why don't you want to live as me? The good things in life. The bad things. Everything you value. Or you hate. I thought about it. And all of it just... leads to despair.
See, I understand what she's saying.
No.
I know what she's
Let me
saying.
put it in a more positive way. You can't live like a baby bird forever.
Okay, fun fact, as you probably know, Hinako means baby bird. Her name means baby bird.
And daddy bird and playing with your friends.
You probably might have already
Those
picked up
won't
on what's
last
happening,
forever.
but maybe not. We'll take the opportunity to
Once
speak in a
winter
minute.
comes around, the parents will fly away and abandon the nest. Your friends, once they learn to fly, will take wing and
The payoff isn't worth all that, by the way. It's not worth all
there'll
that.
be nothing left.
But it's fascinating. But I'm building it up more than I think it deserves.
Your parents, your friends. Everyone will leave you behind.
Yes, they will.
You'll be all alone.
Not necessarily.
Stop. The happiness you have now. And the lonely winter that's bound to come. Everything. I've done all the math. I've thought it all through. Stop. Don't. It's too much. No.
I am sorry, it's very quiet.
It's terrible. It's scary. But the scariest part? What if winter... I don't want to hear it! I don't know! I don't want to know! I don't want to think about it! So that's it? Your decision is just to cover your ears and scream? If that's what you're going to do... then you'll just have to die! No mercy, no remorse! Don't want to? Then show me! Prove to me that you don't want to die! That you want to live! No more running away! No more covering your ears! Finish me up for good so you can keep on living!
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you kill me? You said you'd be happy with me gone, but can you even do it? You're scared, aren't you? Yeah. I'm scared. I'm terrified.
It's weird, because in a weird way, we've all been through this.
Turn into a completely different person tomorrow. I mean, even Dad used to laugh and smile before. But running, succumbing to fear, it's not a decision. Open your eyes. Don't stop thinking about this. Don't ever let other people decide what happiness is for you!
It's so weird out of context. I can only imagine what it looks like.
Hinako. You may be a baby bird, but you still have wings.
This is gonna seem weird.
All the courage you need. So you give me your way!
Ugh. Grizzly. Very grizzly. Okay. Is now the time? Is now the time we talk about this? Or is it? Yeah, I think now's the time. We'll do it now. Right. strap in to smack your forehead and roll your eyes so hard that they snap back into your head. We'll grab the diary at the drawer as well. That's the key to Hinako's drawer. We've got the desk drawer key. And we're going to find a diary. I think it's letters. Is it like... Yeah, a bundle of letters from the drawer. When I look upon the moon, I cannot help but be reminded of your graceful form. How I blessed it would be if I would gaze at the same moon right now. Awaiting your answer is nothing short of pure bliss. Right. Kotoyuki. There we go. I can talk about it. Right. So, Hinako that we play as, this one, in the white uniform, running around in the real world, trapped in Fogtown, is basically a personification of Hinako's immaturity, her childlike wonder, her need to not grow up, to still want to play Space Wars, to still play with her friends, and to be a kid. She wants to be a kid. However, the other Hinako, is I think she is her mature side. She's the one who's accepted that growing up is a thing, and you have to grow up. You have no choice but to grow up. Like, people do get older, people do move on. How you move on is very much up to you, but people do move on, and you have to sort of accept that. So when Hinako, the dark Hinako that we see in the clothing, it's all a metaphor for her. It's all symbolism for her getting married and growing up. Young Hinako is brave and bold. So when she said, "Give me your wings," she's basically saying, can you give me the bravery that you always seem to have? Because I need it right now. I'm about to grow up. I'm about to get married. I'm about to build a life. But the problem with building a life is her example of marriage isn't exactly great. It's like her dad and Junko. So I think that covering the mask is losing your identity. Wearing the brand is you losing your name, losing your thing. That's why she's obsessed with saying, I'm Shimizu Hinako. Because obviously, her name's going to change. She'll still be Hinako, but she'll have a new surname. And the arm, whether it's that's something to do with losing your autonomy, you can't make decisions for yourself anymore. You don't have that agency in your own life anymore. And Junko, she's in that life. She got married. She is a housewife. She is popping out babies like a certain monster. She is succumbing to the desires of a man like the Licky monster, who's just a perv. Junko is on the wedding side. She's on the married side. She's like, you have to do this. You have no choice. You have to get married and grow up. Whereas this Hinako is like, no, I still want to do Space Wars. I want to spend time with Shu. I want to be with friends. Even if my friendships are fractured. Friendships get fractured. That's what happens. She doesn't want to grow up. That's all it is. It's Peter Pan syndrome. So, I also found another one of his offices. Now, the person that she seems to, in this Hinako, wants to marry Kotoyuki. So if you couldn't guess, Grey Fox is Kotoyuki. Her mature side is... Oh, there you go. Sorry, this will help. It says, I finally found a reason to apply myself when it comes to studying extracurriculars and etiquette. I must become the perfect match for Hinako. Wanting to make Hinako my wife is the same thing as wanting to make her the happiest girl in the world anyway. It's been a while since I left Ibisugaoka. Even so, I can remember... Oops. Quite a bit early. I'll pause it there. I probably told myself I was going to pause it. Even so, I can remember her face as if it were only yesterday. I see you every time I close my eyes, so I have nothing to be afraid of. I can handle whatever comes my way. Now, whether... This is the weird thing. This is like a sub thing in the marriage thing. I think that she wanted to marry Kotoyuki in a way, but I don't think her parents approved. I think they signed her up to marry somebody else. And all the letters are him proposing, marriage and running away and stuff like that. That's a different thing. At the moment, the division is being an adult and being a child. So in this ending, we are going to essentially follow the adult path, if you will. Shu represents childhood, represents your partner, represents, Shu represents your childhood. He represents growing up. He represents your teenage years. Rinko and Sakuko as well, to a degree. But mainly Shu. He's the front man for Hinako's childhood. And she has to leave that childhood behind.
Forgive me for interrupting.
Another convo with Junko, which is a little different. So when she says it, when she says, have you killed it? Is it dead? Right? When she says, have you killed it? Is it dead? Is it dead yet? Have you killed it yet? She's talking about her immature self. Have you killed them childish thoughts in your head? Are they gone yet? It's very much personified, though. It's very real. It's solid.
Of course.
They're telling. They're all basically saying. There you go. See.
Yes. Finish it.
She's basically saying, kill off these childish notions that you have, that you can stay a child forever. You can't stay a child forever.
Don't tell me you think you can let it exist like this.
See, she's saying, so it is her immature
I
side.
will not stand
Her,
for this childishness.
quite on the nose there. She let go of her childhood to get married.
Give you two a bit more time.
She let go.
No.
So when she said, I killed you, I killed my friends, I killed mom and dad, how literal that is nothing to do with it. This is the ending cutscene. How literal that is, what she's basically saying is, I could leave them behind, I left them behind, so why can't you? Why can't you? Now, it's going to get on another confusing, so if that offers any clarity to anything at all, that this is her immature side, that is clinging to life, it's grasping at straws, not taking the red pills and stuff like that, is you leaning more into adulthood. You why you've got the red pills will be revealed, why you have them.
You accepted your fate.
They talk about marriage like it's death.
I refuse to.
Because back then it was, I suppose, in a way. It wasn't, you didn't marry somebody that you loved, you married somebody you were told to love.
The longer you cling to life,
the more Hinako suffers. So Hinako is, again, that's her surname. Shimizu is her family name. Remember that. Just because it's flipped to the Western way. Eastern culture dictates that Shimizu Hinako will become something else Hinako. So when she says Hinako, she's basically telling you to leave Shimizu Hinako alone. This is Shimizu Hinako. She's holding on to her family name. Unwed, No.
Shimizu Hinako no longer exists.
Shimizu Hinako being the childish one. The kid, the Space Wars.
You do not belong in this place, child.
Begone is a word that's used a lot to dispel and freeze.
Such a spirit find its way here. Today of all days. Hinako, your sister will take care of this. Don't you worry.
She represents everything bad about marriage. This is a curveball. The doll appears.
What are you?
That's weird. That's something that I'm going to need to learn more about. And my endings will feed into that. So the doll obviously frightened Junko. Now for a while I thought the doll was Junko trying to send us a message. Maybe that is Junko. Maybe Junko is being a hypocrite. Maybe she has a childish side that's still alive as well. Maybe she has a childish... she has childish thoughts and childish feelings. I say childish. Youthful. Let's just say youthful. Childish has a negative connotation. Let's say that it's your youth. It's her youth versus her maturity. So as normal, Shimizu Hinako heads to... I'm just going to call her Shimizu Hinako and Hinako. Shimizu Hinako heads to the altar, which is obviously... You can see it's matrimonial. There's two fans. Offerings are all in doubles because one's Kotoyuki. One is Hinako. She smashes it up. in the hopes of provoking a reaction, I think.
I will bring back Shimizu Hinako.
She wants the grown-up version of herself, the adult one, and all the responsibilities that come with being a wife and an adult. She wants that to go away. She wants that to be sealed back in a box, and she wants to stay free and carefree and, again, childish as like youthful. She wants to stay. She doesn't want all this, and she gets the reaction she wants. Her adult self does come here to confront her. But the clarity is about to get thrown out the window. A little bit. A little bit. You have in your pocket, as the adult one has, I gotta know Hotei-Sama. She has the small red potion.
You took everything from me.
Aglaophatus, which is...
I didn't.
Sakuko. Ringo.
For the record, you don't have to give your friends up to grow up.
You even took...
But she believes that you do.
It's not like you can't
And
see
back
them.
then, maybe you did.
They can still visit you. It's just not like when you were a kid anymore.
See?
Shut up, you monster! I want myself back! Give back everything you've taken!
Sorry, me. But everything you're feeling right now, I'm ready to face it all.
So, this is grown-up Hinako versus childish Hinako. There it is. They clashed. They both went flying because somehow they share some sort of power. This is where it throws a curveball. You think that the grown-up one is the bad guy, is the bad spirit, and that the young one is the good one. You know, but it's not necessarily the case. Because here, Kotoyuki gives Agoro no Hotei-Sama to Hinako, grown-up Hinako. She drinks it. Now, Aglaophatus, or Agoro no Hotei-Sama in this story's name, that potion dispels evil spirits. So when she drinks it, it gets rid of an evil spirit.
Incredible. You were possessed by something so foul and resisted it for so long. Curse you.
What have
Be
you done
gone.
to Hinako?
Poof. And there goes youthful young Hinako. She is gone. Disappeared. Dead. Dispelled as an evil spirit.
We're safe now.
But we have a guest appearance. Somebody who's willing to fight. Oof. Somebody who's willing to fight for young Hinako. Or rather, in this case, act out angrily because he just watched that happen.
Why are you protecting him? I swore that I'd keep you safe. Don't you trust me? It's always been the two of us!
Yeah, he wants her to stay youthful and young because he's in love with her.
I wanted for us to be together. Like we always were. We can't. Don't you see that?
She's saying, I've got to grow
It won't
up,
always
dude.
stay the same for us.
I have to grow up, Shu.
But why do you trust this nobody? Why him?
Shu. You always say you want things to stay as they are. But Kotoyuki, he says he wants to build a future together with me.
There you go.
Both ideas scare me. But both of them fill me with hope.
Reasonable. Not everybody likes the idea of getting older.
If only I could split myself in two. there were two of me, then one could stay. She could stay here with you and keep being your partner.
That's not what she intentionally did, I don't think. But she's just saying, if there was two of me, I could do that. But I can't. I have to grow up. I'm sorry that you can't see that.
I shall pursue him. I cannot allow this to pass.
So the next bit, she says, I'm going to go talk to Shu. And you get to have the clash in the corridor. A bit of an argument. This has gone on for an hour 10. Damn. It basically was another playthrough in one video, huh? So she chases Shu down.
Shu.
I'm no good.
He feels guilty now.
I tried to smile and wish you well, but I couldn't do it. And what's worse is, I gave you those capsules.
He knew. He knew what those capsules were. He knew they would mess with her head. Or that they could mess with her head.
They help you reflect within yourself. But they can be extremely dangerous, too.
Why would you give me something like
I
that?
want you to get married! I care about you so much. I wanted you to see it.
So he was hoping that if she took the red pills enough, that she would reflect in herself and say no to the wedding.
What's wrong with me? How could I not be happy?
Wasn't anything to do with headaches.
I'm such a piece of trash!
He's feeling very negative right now. Just like Rinko did. Just like Sakuko did when she became the Onryo. And that negative, I think, allows him to almost be possessed.
You should hate me.
He's now standing against us.
I can never hate you.
I think Shu does kind of hate, in a way. He hates.
He's my partner. We've been together ever since I can remember.
Oh, my pad passed away.
How could I hate him?
Don't worry about it.
You're trying to ruin today. To ruin everything that we've had together.
And so ensues a very, very difficult boss fight. Hotei-Sama.
Just forget about me. And friend.
So like how Rinko and
Partner.
she's gonna try and appeal.
Alien scum won't go down without a fight.
Bit of a Space Wars reference.
Together,
We can take it on.
we can take it on.
Nice. That's actually a quote from the Space Wars books. So you have a boss fight. And you say a few interesting things in this boss fight. So you have a boss fight with Hotei-Sama. There's that punishing counter that I can do now. And it is insane. And if I manage to do successful counters, it stacks up to 5 times damage. So every time I pull a counter, I get more damage, more damage, more damage. But when I get hit, it resets. So it's very risk reward. There's 3 already though. So I've done a lot of damage early on. So you can hear them talking throughout the fight. She's basically not trying to kill Shu. She's trying to get this demon off him.
Cleaning time, remember?
We were so caught up in Space Force. We
forgot to clean. Right?
So look, she successfully made him remember, and it kind of hurts the monster. Tried to talk him down. I don't leave the whole fighting.
Good times.
God damn, I'm good though. I'm good though, ain't I? I'm good.
Remember the laser gun? It made noises and lit up when you pulled the trigger.
She's trying to make him say that, like, I think she's trying to say our childhood isn't gone. It hasn't been deleted.
The Bond Festival.
I borrowed it from you, then broke it. You didn't get upset with me.
See, look, it's kind of working. Very Ghostbusters-y.
How could I get upset with you when you
Wouldn't make such a sad face.
I was wrong.
Worked again. A little bit further in the fight. We've been fighting for a long time. It's a chunky boss. It really is.
I knew good and well you hate being treated like some helpless girl.
Damage. I'm proud of me.
I realized I've been seeing you in a way you can't stand.
I just hated people telling me I had to act a certain way because I'm a girl.
Which you did. Being given to the capsules and stuff like that.
Hate that I was
He
born
tried
a
to
girl
control
or
her.
anything like that.
I got it all wrong. I'm driving you into a corner. It was obvious how you were feeling by the look in your eyes. But I still didn't get why you were struggling.
No! You helped me open my eyes! It's because of you that I was finally able to be reborn!
I also get health back whenever I counter, which is also
That's
absolutely broken.
Shimizu Hinako will always be at your side!
I didn't capitalize on that one, I don't know why. And the end of the fight. There we go. I only kept in the few interesting things that they said to each other during the fight. The rest of it was a long fight.
Thank you, partner. You could make me whole again.
So that whole fight was just her basically saying, I'm not dead. I'm not gone. We just can't be kids together anymore because... Smoosh. There goes Hotei-Sama. Now, I was under the impression that we might have killed Shu. We might have actually murdered Shu during that backup, but we didn't. We just got it off him. Got him back to normal. Got him to think rationally about growing up. He's chill. He's chill. He needs to accept. He needs to accept. So don't forget this ending. This is not the canon ending. It doesn't have to be. If it's your ending, it's your ending. But this is where growing up wins.
I'm counting on you to look after my partner for a while.
It will be for more than a while, I assure you.
If you ever make my Hinako unhappy, I'll beat you to a pulp.
Hinako belongs to me. She is no longer yours.
No way. She's my partner, so she's always mine. I'm just lending her to you.
Stop treating me like an object.
As I
Good
said,
line.
You and I are the only two in this world who truly understand Hinako.
True.
Perhaps we could become friends.
That would be better. If growing up is the ending you're going for, it'd be great if your childhood could meet your adulthood. Again, this is this ending. I'll be back with another ending. 100%. The begrudging. I do, cool. Just look after her, okay? She means a shitload to me. Don't hurt her. That type of thing. But it wouldn't be Silent Hill if it didn't have a dark ending. And it does have a little dark one. A little bit dark. A little bit dark.
It's a sun shower.
Damn. Here it is, the reveal. Here it is. There is Kotoyuki. Or I looked at it and I was like, God damn, he's kind of cute. Shit. It's like, come on, man. He was cute. He's cute. God damn it. Nice. So, and roll credits. But I think I skipped straight into the post credits. So here we are. Remember when I said it had a little bit of a dark thing going on? So here she is, the doting bride, living with Kotoyuki. She's grown up. She is, you know, an adult. All the things that a wife does, she's doing all that stuff. Might be scary, but there's no reason why she has to turn out like her mum. But back then, that was the standard. But then we hear a voice.
No. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Please don't. No, I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is a bit graphic.
I'm scared. I don't want to be like my mother. I don't want to become my mother.
So a little bit of her remained and screamed that she didn't want to be like her mum. Which is a graphic way of saying that there's still a little piece of her out there. And that to me was like enough of a poke. I was already going to do the third anyway, but that was like, I have to see what happens if I do it again. And I am doing it again on Lost in the Fog difficulty. So that one might take a little bit longer. I'll work on it. But let's get another ending. So if that was the Fox wedding ending, and this one is the UFO ending. But before that, let's have an Easter egg just to break it up. Everybody doing all right? If you head to the Senensugi Shrine, which is Sakuko's shrine, and look at the shrine from the gate, you can see a very ominous figure dancing in there. It is Sakuko in her Onryo form, performing a ritualistic dance, and then a flash. Which I thought was a cute little Easter egg. But anyway, onto the UFO ending. I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly. I know where the posters are. Poster 1 is in the rice fields. It's in the house in the southernmost corner on the east side. Once you pick it up, you get a UFO fly over your head. You'll know this place. You come from behind this thing. This is a little testament to how good the sword is when it's uncleansed. So I'll back this up. This next thing is the sword when it's uncleansed and it fixes itself. You get it early. All you have to do is go to any Jizo statue and it's waiting for you at the Jizo. And you can pick it up, which is going to help you a lot in harder playthroughs. So it's definitely worth, you know, doing these endings. So the sword is dangerous. It's absolutely dangerous. Look at this. That's 2 from full with 1 counter. So it's dangerous. I left that clip in for Nathan. There you go, because he did that. Anyway, you can see where I was there. I'll flash back again. I'll pause it on the map. I can't help you get these things. This is just me playing and exploring. So you can see right where Hinako is. She's the gold arrow. Center, middle, bottom, kind of. She's in a little alleyway. This will be poster number 2. Touch that one. You have to do them in this order, by the way. This is Space Invasion 2. The way you can slip up is Space Invasion 3. Is you can find that early and mess the whole order up. You need to listen to that UFO recording first as well. And then 3. 3 is in the main town. I think I do put the map up. You'll get 3 UFOs come, which is kind of cool. Once you've done that, you have to get into the main street. This is the main street where you are with Rinko and Shu. They look up and say there are too many enemies outside Chizuruya right now. Do not go into Chizuruya. Go into Chizuruya and you will hear what's that thing called? A theremin? It's a theremin. You'll hear whistling. It's on the table outside the shop. There it is. Grab that. It's a review and it says, Although this work features UFOs and humans being controlled by aliens, the aliens themselves never make an appearance on screen. Instead, this film illuminates the corrosive power of suspicion. Sometimes trying to distinguish one's fellow man as friend or foe can be the real horror. So it's a review for the Space Invasion movie, which you can probably imagine as Space Wars fans, Shu and Rinko were very into. Page 2. In one particular chilling scene, local residents of the town where the UFO was sighted are mistakenly targeted as body-snatching aliens. The accusing humans screamed and jeer as they send their own kind to a detention centre. What's worse, anyone who dares speak against the group is seen as one of them, and is locked up as well. One can only ask oneself if it's coerced solidarity amongst humans is really solidarity at all. That's a valid point. Coerced solidarity is an insane way of putting it. At the end of the movie, the number of people killed during the alien invasion is shown. Interestingly, far more humans were killed by their fellow man than attacks from the UFOs. Perhaps the aliens left Earth at the end not because they lost, but because they believed that humankind was not worthy of taking over. The Great Space Invasion is a movie that provides somewhat interesting social commentary to its audience, but anyone looking for a fun action romp will be sorely disappointed. Rating 6.5 out of 10. Once you've picked that up, you'll automatically pick up the toy UFO that's right next to it. When you grab the toy, this starts. This is the UFO Ending. It's actually really good, and it's done in the style of an old manga, which is really cool.
Why isn't there anyone in town?
Because of them. There's no doubt about it.
Them?
My boy Shu,
Yeah.
Hinako and
Aliens.
Rinko.
They've been eyeing Earth for a long time, waiting for the chance to snatch up humans and replace them with aliens. Rinko, Hinako, me, any one of us could be an alien merely pretending to be the real person.
I'm not an alien! Is there any way to prove our identities? There is.
There is. Oh my god.
What? Didn't you die? That thing killed you! This is Roboco, an anti-extraterrestrial search and destroy robot I designed and built.
The Persona-esque music in the background. Come on now.
This robot can detect aliens masquerading as humans and automatically eliminate them. The battery's dead.
Wait, so the Sakuko that thing killed was actually an alien?
That thing was chasing me all over the place. I guess you had a hint of alien on you, Hinako. You might be an alien, or maybe someone close to you is an alien.
Ooh, suspicion.
These things copy everything down to your memories, but they're not perfect. Hinako, try saying something only the real you would know.
This goes off the rails fast.
Oh, Rinko once took some of Shu's hair and hid it inside her pillow. Ah! Let a girl try out a love spell and dream. Your turn, Rinko. One time, Hinako forgot her underwear in the locker room at camp and didn't claim it. Rinko! You're gonna burn in hell for that!
Foreshadowing.
Blame you for not claiming it. Gotta be embarrassing saying it's yours when the teacher asks whose it is.
Facts.
Privacy wasn't really a thing back in the day. Well, one time, Rinko skipped gym class and took Shu's clothes and... Well, the day after she fought with Shu, Hinako took his recorder and...
I think I'm more scared of girls than aliens at this point.
Yes. Yes, you should be.
Okay, you're good. You guys passed the test. Next up, it's us, I guess. So one time, Shu ripped a page out of an adult magazine and hid it behind his bookshelf. And he also cut out a photo of a classmate's head and taped it to a swimsuit model poster.
Okay. We got it. Now it's my turn.
Prove yourself, Shu. Are you an alien?
Sakuko first started wearing a bra in the 6th grade, while Hinako and Rinko started after summer break in 5th grade. How's that?
Keeping a bra calendar is not a good idea.
Well, we didn't find an alien. But we did find an enemy to all women.
Poor Shu. He did his best.
Hinako!
He was just trying.
What about the aliens?
What about the aliens, Mom and Dad?
Oh, the neighborhood watch got together and took care of them.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
And everybody lived happily ever after.
Tonight, I'll make your favorite
Hamburger.
Hamburg steak.
Mother, I told you that's Junko's favorite.
Oh, you. There's a Shiba Inu in that spaceship. I'm just saying. Dog ending. So we got the dog UFO ending. And that's the UFO ending to the game, which is really fun. I really enjoyed it. Shu got the shit kicked out of him. It was good. And the music doesn't hurt either. Listen to this. It's actually banging. Woo! So, that was all my endings that I've achieved in Silent Hill F so far. I'll be back. Whether it'll be my next video, I don't know, because Lost in the Fog is not an easy slog. This Stranger Things-esque sound is awesome. Insane. There's even lyrics, but they're not great. Well, they are great, but... What's he spelling? H-I-L-L. Silent Hill. There you go. Woo! It's a bop. It's a fun bop for the UFO ending. I did as well try to get the UFO ending whilst doing Lost in the Fog to see whether you could finish the game, because this is technically an ending. So I tried to do Lost in the Fog and get the UFO ending because it's really short. I was wondering if I could cheese that trophy. You can't. It's not a full ending. You have to go through the whole game on Lost in the Fog. So I'm doing Lost in the Fog on both. It is not easy, but having all 5 on memory slots open and having the katana or the saber is huge. It is huge. I think... Do I show me getting the saber at all? I think I do. I do at the end of this. Same as the katana, when you go to a Jizo statue and you get the sword, you can also go to any UFO poster and pick up the new weapon, which is I think it's the PP-8001. I left a fair bit of this music in now. I'm surprised. You can go to any poster and pick up the what's it called? The lightsaber, the legally distinct beam saber. So I went back to this statue, this poster. I can actually pause it right there. Actually, give me a second. I'll show you where it is. There you go. Right, so you can see that Hinako is in the center of the screen. She's the golden triangle. Give you a second to find her. To her left, or I was going to say to her west, but to the west side of her right now is an X. The actual poster is below that X. So I have to go right, or I have to run west, then turn south, and then turn east again. And you'll be in that courtyard again, where there's 2 Kashimashis. Just beat the Kashimashi, and you'll get it. So we'll run around the corner. It's down here. Touch the poster, and you will be rewarded with your beam saber, your PP. Oh, I've left a fighting. Oh well. This is Lost in the Fog. Look at that. That's 2 attacks, by the way, and that's my whole life bar. I get a little bit back for countering though, which is cool. So you know this place because there's a Kashimashi attacking a door. Grab the poster, and you'll get this, which is hilarious. There it is, the PP-8001, which I have now got for the entirety of the playthrough. A prototype melee weapon for the Space Army. Its effective range changes to match the wielder's experience on the battlefield. Flashing plasma blade makes it popular and the epitome of cool. This is a fact. A light katana, a lightsaber katana, insane, amazing. So yeah, that's everything that I have got thus far. I'm going to end it like I normally do. That's everything I've got so far. That's the other 2 endings. So I've got UFO, I've got Fox Wedding, and the next 2 I have to get. I'll need to do whatever the next one is from the 3rd playthrough, where I will be taking no red capsules. I will be taking the unpurified sword to the finale. I will not chase Hotei-Sama. I will not get that. I will just take the unpurified sword to fight whatever the last boss turns out to be this time. And I've got the UFO ending. And then finally, the UFO ending doesn't add anything. It's just a little Easter egg. It's a bonus thing that all Silent Hill games have had. So ending 1 was the red capsules. 2, Fox Wedding. 3 is going to be whatever I get next when I go there with the unpurified thing. And then my 4th playthrough, which I'm going to try to speed run. And it's a lot faster when you can skip cutscenes. And the game's been really good about telling you what cutscenes are new and what's not. I'll always check them, but chances am the next time I do a video, it's probably just going to be an ending and maybe commenting on some of the things that I've learned. If I do find that the cutscenes are different in playthrough 3, then I'll include them. That being said, New Game Plus is essential. Is absolutely 100% essential. There is no 2 ways about it. Finishing the game one time, whilst that's an achievement, even if you do it on hard, and it was a struggle for me, finishing the game on hard was a gameplay slog, but a story. It was only part of the story. You know what I mean? It was a piece of the story. New Game Plus offered so much more, and I got to understand so much more. I think I could go out on a limb and say New Game Plus is better than the original playthrough, for the simple fact that I learned so much more, and the division between young Hinako, Space Wars Hinako, tomboy, fun kid style Hinako, and adult, let's get married, I want to marry Kotoyuki. You could break it down to as simple as Shu being her childhood happiness and Kotoyuki being her adult happiness. And in this playthrough, we went for the wedding. We got married and stuff like that. The next one, I don't know. I've no clue. And then the 4th one, which I'm also going to do, so I'll probably do them in one video, is the golden ending, which is what I think people are taking as the canon ending. I don't know if it is the canon ending. I've no clue. But I'll just pick whichever ending I like the most. This one had a creepy finish, but yeah, I can't wait to settle down. I'm actually going to go and do some more. I'm going to get some lunch and I'm going to do a little bit more and try and chip away at Lost in the Fog. Anyway, that was more of a reaction video. I've never done a reaction to anything in my life, but it was me that was playing, me and Nate, so there you go. Thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind interacting with the video, it's a click for you, but it means the absolute world to me. I'm full in on Silent Hill now. I am full in. I actually really enjoyed the first... my review of first playthrough was not great because of the direction that it took and the confusion I was suffering. But this one cleared it up and fit together with it. If you finished it one time, you have to finish it a second time. There is nothing I could advise any more than that. New game is not... like playthrough 1 offers absolutely nothing. You're meant to leave with your head scratched and your chin sore from you trying to piece together what little information it gives you. New Game 2 or New Game Plus, insane, good fun. I'm going to go and I will get me something to eat. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, folks.